a group that accepted Jesus of Nazareth as the Messiah, but absolutely rejected the idea that he was God. They were known as the poor ones, the Ebionites, and their story is one of the greatest what-ifs in religious history. The name Ebionite comes from the Hebrew word evionim, which means the poor or the poor in spirit. What made the Ebionites so different? Their beliefs would shock most modern Christians. 1. Jesus as the human Messiah. They saw Jesus as a purely human Messiah, a great and righteous prophet, but not divine. He was the ultimate Jewish teacher, chosen by God. 2. Strict Torah. Observance. For them, the Jewish law, the Torah, was eternal and mandatory. This meant following kosher dietary rules, observing the Sabbath, and practicing circumcision, and offered bread and water, not wine, at the Last Supper. This is where they clashed with the movement led by Paul of Tarsus. Paul preached that faith in Jesus was enough for salvation, freeing Gentiles from the burden of the Jewish law. The Ebionites saw Paul as a total apostate, a corrupter of Jesus' original message. They used their own version of the gospel. For them, true followers of Jesus were Jews who accepted him as Messiah. Even more intriguingly, their beliefs, a strictly monotheistic God, a human prophet Jesus, and the rejection of Paul's writings, bear a striking resemblance to the view of Jesus found in the Quran centuries later. Were the Ebionites a crucial missing link in the chain from Judaism to Islam? As Orthodox Christianity, backed by the Roman Empire, grew in power, it defined its beliefs and declared groups like the Ebionites as heretics. Squeezed from both sides, by mainstream Judaism and by the now dominant church, the Ebionites faded into history, likely disappearing by the 5th century. They left no known scriptures of their own, and we know of them only through the writings of their critic. What do you think? Were they the true heirs to Jesus' original message?
A fascinating historical puzzle that seems to connect the Quran to a long-lost community of some of the very first Christians. I mean, just look at how direct these parallels are. A human prophet and servant of God? Check. Born of a virgin? Check. The Word of God? Check. A created being, kind of like Adam? Check. It's not just vaguely similar, it's an almost perfect point-for-point match between the Ebionite view and what we read in the Quran. It's just wild.